woman is still a soft.
True.
At heart, where men is been designed by Almighty. They are strong. Their mind is different than women's. So when I'm asking for that chair on that business decision making table, it's good. But when I come home, I have to also realize that I have to cook.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban mpenzi mtazamaji, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Natumai mzima buheri wa afya. Jina langu ni Haifa Muhammad na karibu katika kipindi kipendacho Upeo wa Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Gumzo la Vijana. Mpenzi mtazamaji, ni furaha tena kuwa naye ndugu yetu, si mwingine ni Aruna Warshan, ambaye tuko naye katika studio zetu za Mahdi TV na anazidi kutuelezea mengi na mengi zaidi kuhusiana na masuala haswa yanayotokea katika jamii. Na katika awamu ya leo inshallah, mpenzi mtazamaji, tunaenda kuangalia gender equality. Tunafahamu kwamba ni kitu ambacho kina utata sana katika jamii, na inshallah Aruna ataweza kutuelezea zaidi na zaidi, mengi zaidi kwa radhi. Na tukirudi kwake. How are you, Aruna? Welcome.
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hope you're doing. I can see you're having the cold still, but all will be well.
A little bit.
You'll get well.
Thank
so
you.
When you go to our topic of today, we wanted to know more about gender equality, as it is something that is really evolving in this world. It is something that is really evolving in every aspect of life, whether it's workplace, whether it's at home, whether it's in whatever that we do. So what exactly is gender equality?
Before I start, I will ask you a question. Which gender are you mostly pressing on it? Which one, he or she?
She.
She. You know why? Because the whole world is driving towards she. Right? Gender equality is something rights to everyone, even if it's he or she. And nowadays we also have no he and she is a gay generality, right? Equality also. So when it comes to equality, it's not only for gender. As we talked in our other episodes, the equality comes in every sector. Business, gender, religion, nature, everywhere. And I believe that long time back, we started gender equality only empowering women. I do the same. I am a woman. I am a mother of a woman or a girl child, but I'm a mother of a boy child also.
True.
So when we talk about equality, as a mother, I want equal for my both gender, which are my both children. As a equality, right now we are sharing a whole episode. I want to be equal here. I can't be a Hindu and Muslim also, right?
True.
So gender equality, it's, if you break it down in a micro level, it's all this counts in. And that's what we call equality in every sector. Not only he for she, or she for he. Yeah.
What does one mean when they say stereotype?
Stereotype, I will say, is poverty in education. I mainly go on the field educating girls on menstrual health and hygiene. And that's why I keep saying that my narratives are really different when I approach them. They're not poor or poverty because they don't have money. They're poor because knowledge is not educated there. So that's what happens in this. You're poor in education. That's why you don't understand both needs. Yeah.
So what are the, we've explained about the stereotype, the meaning of stereotype, because I believe someone may be saying what a stereotype is, but may not know the meaning. So let's connect them to those two.
So the stereotype is you just copying what others are doing. It's a typical word. You're not bringing your own learning or own practicality. So that means you're not contributed to the world or to genders, isn't it? You're wasted if you're not contributed to make it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's include these two, or let's combine. What are the stereotypes that are commonly used when defining gender equality?
There are so many. Like I always hear a woman say, I need a chair on that meeting table. I need to make my space in that meeting room and put my points forward also, which is good. The other one says, men's only go for the bread and butter running. Women will not go. Where women themselves nowadays saying, I want to have my own standing stance. I'll not wait for my husband to provide me my bread and milk. So are we looking for equality, or we are also fighting for this equality?
It's like we are fighting for it.
Yeah, because you're creating your own equality.
Whereas I believe a woman has her own place and a man has his own place.
But remember, woman is still a soft.
True.
At heart, and also with the body power. Where man is been designed by Almighty, they are strong. Their mind is different than women's. So when I'm asking for that chair on that business decision making table, it's good. But when I come home, I have to also realize that I have to cook. Because psychologically I understand what I have to cook for my family. Men does not have that in them. Even if they cook, they'll not know what to cook. The practices is what, but the struggle will be very real for a man to enter into that kitchen. Same thing, why woman only wants a space on the dining table, on the business office table, why not into the construction site? Because she can't lift that gunia of cement.
True.
See, man is there. Is man asking to create a space there? No. He knows where he is. I think empowerment should come in both gender. The equality should also come by not stitching each other's possibility or what they have been designed to do something. You can't let down any of this gender. You have to build together. At some point, whatever the qualification you're holding, if each of gender has to let go because of family, they should be comfortable. Not because I'm a man, I must bring bread and milk for this house. Not because I'm woman, I want to prove to my men that I can do everything. You have to be together to do something.
True.
You can't be fighting or racing each other. There will be not better world. There will be no equality.
Because what's happening currently, or what's happening in today's world, is that it's like we're fighting one another. It's like women have forgotten their roles as women, and men have forgotten, mostly, let's dwell on women, because I believe women nowadays tend to want to be confident and to have all whatever that they want, to be recognized, that's why they had the motion or the mindset that what men can do, women can do better. But whatever they say, it's that what you women are currently doing, men have already done it.
Men are not there to prove it. Why women have to prove it?
Yeah.
And also, both genders are designed very differently. The hormones are different. The reaction is different. Olden days, if you think about it, I know we have missed out on opportunity also.
True.
That we have to learn backward in history what went wrong. But right now, if you start doing that race, you're forgetting to love that man you have.
True.
The man has to look for another partner to get that attention. You are in a race, you're not enjoying your motherhood with your child. Because now you have to wake up this time, you feed your child, put them in a school, you have to be prepared for this meeting, by the time evening, do you think that child is receiving enough love from you?
Not.
No. Do you think that child is receiving enough learning from that mother or caring from that mother? No.
No, because as they say, the mother is the first teacher.
Yeah. What have you done is, because you want to achieve something, which is good in a way, but don't forget you have been given other responsibility by nature. It's not by choice.
Yes.
You started planting other people. My son needs to learn this so they can learn in school. My son must eat this, this and this. I need a nanny, which is correct fit for me. It's not enough.
True.
What portion your son is eating? what the reaction of your son is while he's eating, which one is making him fall sick maybe. This is all done by mother, not by nanny. So if you have to take that gap, how are you going to do?
True.
Or don't be a mother. Then you want to prove yourself, I want to be a mother. Because every woman has given birth, I can do. It's not just giving birth. It's not just taking a space up.
It's all about instilling the values.
Yes. It's all about bringing equality. And equality comes with the understanding, not racing against something to achieve. Yeah.
Because the mindset that nowadays it's all about the race. They don't understand it, and that's why it's good that we've talked about it. It's like a woman needs to understand her role in the house and even in the society. Just like a man, they don't usually race about it because it's in them, it's in their blood. As women, we tend to think like when you're talking about gender equality, they say that maybe women are being pulled down. Yeah, they're not given the opportunity that they want to have in the society.
But remember, psychologically, that man was trying to understand that this woman does my house, she does my children, she's going work. He tried to push his task forward to get more support to this woman. Isn't it?
True.
Yeah. So understand your role, and if you are given an opportunity to do something more than your role, you take as a blessing, not as a race against your own man. Psychologically, a woman have capacity to understand everything what's happening around her, where men have very little understanding, because that's how they have been built.
True.
You can't be soft-hearted and hard-hearted together. That's why there's woman and men, right? What woman started doing is also, by doing all this, at some point she reached to the point where she breaks down, and then she will blame the men.
True.
Or you need another support now. I need a counseling because I do this much. You have never understood how to do it together. If you are resting yourself alone, not believing your capacity or capability of other partner or gender, then definitely you're going to break down. Because it's not in you. It's not built in you. You have to slow down psychologically to understand and react things where men don't do. But that doesn't mean they don't want to do it.
Great.
They're not, it's not them. They shouldn't be. That's why there's a woman always next to a man, to understand that part of men. So when it comes to equality, it's from both sides. And that's why in the first place I ask you, are we talking about girl or a boy?
Yeah, true.
I'm a woman. I might have missed those opportunities also. When you learn, then you understand there was a reason why I missed.
True.
Because God also had his plan to put 2 children in my life after that. God put something in front of me where I said, this is your path for now. I can't go against that. Because that's my role. And you know what we have done nowadays? Because we empowered women so much.
So much they forget themselves.
They need next level of assistant. But we left men so behind that, as we just talked, they are very mentally strong. Now they are no longer strong.
True.
In the world, right now, suicide cases are high by men, not women.
High, very high.
Very high. And that goes to the as lowest age as high school and primary level of children. Because I deal with schools. That boy who's been let down in every sector, they are taking all these drastic steps. When we go to the school, we only attending girls, every organization doing same.
True.
What happens to that boy who is hanging in a window and say, come and talk to me? I don't want your money or anything, but come and spend time with me. Notice me what I feel. Hear me what I have to share. There's nobody there. And soon there'll be more organization empowering boy child. And they need to be there.
Yes.
If we don't fix it now, we need this organization to come and policies to come very quickly back.
Yes, because it's something that is very serious. Seeing a boy child maybe crying, it's not easy. And I think when we come from the break, we'll talk more about about empowering men, and even how can men come to share their emotions. Because in as much as we want to empower men, they need to come forward and say, because some men don't want to talk. They just swallow their feelings and whatever it is. Thank you, Aruna. Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya kwanza tukiwa naye ndugu yetu Aruna, nadhani umeweza kufahamu mawili matatu kuhusiana na gender na ameweza kuelezea, na mimi nimependa maelezo yake. Sio kwamba ameangalia upande wa mwanamke, kwa sababu amekwambia saa dunia pale inaenda kwa she. Tunamsahau yule kijana pale nyumbani ambaye pia anahitaji usaidizi. They need people to listen to them. Lakini ni kwamba hawana watu wa kusikiliza. Mpenzi mtazamaji, acha chukua mapumziko, tutakaporudi tuendelee zaidi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu tena katika awamu ya pili ya kipindi kipendacho Upeo Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Gumzo la Vijana. Mpenzi mtazamaji, katika awamu ya kwanza ndugu yetu Aruna ameweza kuelezea vizuri sana. Hata mimi mwenyewe nimeweza kuridhika na maelezo yake, kwa sababu ni kitu ambacho kinafaa kuangaziwa katika jamii. Kufahamu what is gender equality ni muhimu sana. Wakati watu wengi wana misinterpret, ni kwamba wanawake siku hizi imekuwa ni kama tunashindana na wanaume. Tunataka kuwa sawa na wao, ili hali kuna majukumu yako ambao wewe binafsi uliwekewa na yule mwanamume aliyekewa. Na tukirudi kwake tuweza kufahamu mengi na mengi zaidi. Welcome back, Aruna.
Thank you.
Welcome. So when we were talking about the gender equality, you mentioned something concerning empowering, and I mean empowerment. Sorry. So the empowerment, let's look at it in a snippet concerning men, because in the society now we've seen most of the ladies or women are the ones getting empowered, in that we've forgotten about the men. So what should be done so that we can promote this gender equality, in that we don't deprive the boy child so much, rather we don't even focus more about the girl child, in as much as we want to focus to them as much as we want, but we have that boy child that needs a person to listen to them. Yes.
We need to go a little bit backwards, because damage we have done, we have to start from there. One, look into the policies. If a male or female need a policy, then the other one need a policy is also in place. Plus, start re-looking or reacting it to the situation. Because he's a man doesn't mean he has to lift something, or doesn't mean that he can do everything to one alone. A woman has to help also. The other thing is also use the platform like this, like a social media. Promote also these damages have been happen. So even individual at the family level, we start fixing this problem. Because it's been almost like 20-30 years we have been saying woman empowerment.
Now we need to change the narrative.
Now we have to change. But to change, I don't have to wait for another 30 years.
True.
Try to write those books which teach them more. Counseling wherever it's needed. Social media platforms, TV channels, and bring the leadership around this also, empowering those leaders who advocate for boy child also. But again, you have to understand, whoever is leading any of gender, there is no race here. We are trying to bring the equality.
True.
We have done an error by saying we want to do equality in gender by promoting only women. See, we did not understood the meaning of equality.
Yes.
While you are working on a woman or a girl child, the men should not be left behind. They should be empowered equally. That's the only way you can bring equality. We misinterpret, what do you call, misinterpreted the equality. So the policy has to be looked into it. The platform has to be created more, where they have a voice to also share. More organization needs to be formed, like a CBOs or foundation, to empower the boy child. And that goes to the every sector of the institution. Schools, county governments, you talk it and we need it. Right now we have started selecting all ladies governor.
True.
Very good. But that governor, exactly underneath, she need a man. You know how new and how hard it is for a woman to lead that sector.
It's very hard.
They've never done it before. They are first timers. Plus, now also they're not interpreting with the men in that team. Or men don't know how to talk to a woman and how to express what to do. And anything can be, even if it's a small wrong, it will be so big out there on social media that nobody will be motivated to even take a start to something, even if they are making an error.
True.
I've seen governors, so many governors, they look so nice, powerful, but they need those men to support also.
Needing backup that will give them encouragement, because the mindset of a man is different from a woman.
Yes.
Because maybe a man may be good at taking decisions. A
Of
woman
course.
may sit down and think emotionally,
Yes.
because they usually think with their emotions.
You know what, even right now I'm sitting here, sometimes my thought runs to my children, my thought runs to my clothing, how I look, my thought runs also about how people are going to listen to me. Where men have not these kind of thoughts.
True. So I think it's something that needs to be addressed. Actually, when you look at man's side, the way we've said, a man may make the right decision because he's thinking thoroughly, and that's why when they wake up in the morning, it's very hard seeing a man looking himself in a mirror.
Men will make the better one, but correct one also done by woman, but jointly.
Yes.
You need correct and the better one together. You can't make one.
Yes. Like the way you've said, equality is it's about understanding one
Yes.
another.
And again, how can you leave someone who is mature in that field behind? You have to drive in together. If you want to bring a change, you have to bring a change with a past learning. You can't just say a woman come and run the country. She needs those past learnings, maturity in her, and that will not come by herself or over the few months. It comes with all this together by putting men together in that decision making.
Getting the support that they want.
Woman is still soft-hearted.
True.
She's
and very
still
emotional.
Yeah, and very emotional. And she is a mother, she is a wife, she is a woman. Nothing can change her in a hormonality.
True.
Nowadays, you see, so many women also suffer. They can't give birth.
True.
So now we have, instead of fixing in her something in her lifestyle, we started putting more medical support. Now you can do the surrogate mother, this mother, adopt. Have you ever thought about how woman feels to do that also? She was not designed for that also. But because now there is a community pressure that you have to give birth,
True.
that is one of her tasks and she has to achieve.
And it's not like all the families do understand that, because you might go in another family and as a woman they expect you to give birth, not knowing there is always complications that are usually following up. Maybe you have fibroids, maybe you have endometriosis, some things that can hinder you from getting the pregnancies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So each area, in each level, the equality is different. Like the way we just talk about, in a family only one can give birth, not both.
True.
Same thing in the office. If she has to make a decision, there should be a backup for her. Because she's a new, or even if she's old, she's not designed to make certain decisions. It has to come from men. So don't forget, don't rest with each others. And only woman can understand to bring equality.
Yeah, true.
Because that woman gives birth to any gender.
And being in a house, like you said, you have a daughter, you have a son, being in a house whereby you need to monitor them equally, and that will bring understanding between them, because at the end of the day, as much as they say men is a priority or men is above a woman, and which is, it's there. So being together or understanding one another, it depends on your values as a mother, the values that you instill in your kids.
Yes, when you start learning at that step, when you become a mother, you're fixing that problem within your family. Now tell me, your daughter or your son, when they go out of your nest, do you think they need equality out there? No. They already understand what is equality.
Yes.
So a problem has to be fixed from grassroots level also. By understanding that mother have a role, father do have a role also. Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at the importance of education in promoting gender equality. Sorry. What are the importance if you want to promote this gender equality in a way that everyone will understand? What are the educations that have to be imposed inside, so that anyone, even though it's a woman who is or it's a child growing up, it's a boy, whether it's a girl, so they can understand. So this is what it means when we say gender equality. Because as we all know, in the society, it has been misinterpreted very badly.
Yeah, the first, I'll say to enforcement at the education level. Culture-wise, tribe-wise, the rules are different. But nation-wise, we should have another rule. To make sure that every gender goes to at least this level of education. Not because parents decides. It should be a legal rule. That everybody have this much. Like how come certain countries have a rule that after you finish high school, you must go through military training. Compulsory.
True.
If you want to keep your nationality. Isn't it? Same thing can happen here. If you want to achieve something like this, or you want to be one of this, you have to do this. That brings also to the family level, they enforced from their side to make sure both the kids are receiving education. The second thing is also make education free or affordable. Because majority cases you hear is they can't afford it, so they choose the gender.
True.
That's not gender problem, but it's a problem with the financial situation. Right? And culture-wise, the genders are different is important. I've seen equality, the tribe where they said my first boy is smart, he knows how to do the hurdling with the cows, so I don't need to educate him. Now that's not a gender problem. But what if same time he has to follow a government rule? She would have sent that even clever child to go to school. So the equality has to change into the policy level, family level, county level, culture level also.
Even schools.
Yes, and schools also. Because cultures are also beliefs are different. Where the more dowry comes, empowered more. Where the dowry goes, empowered less. So every culture is also different. You have to work all this in micro level again and bring the equality in education. And education is not only what you get in a school.
True.
It's something you get from your parents, your grandparents, and also from your surrounding.
True. As they say, the people that surround you, even the friends, can contribute to whatever you think or your thinking capabilities. So as we wind up, how can we exercise, or let's say strategies that we can use in order to promote the equality? We've said about the education. I think it's part of it, if I'm not wrong. So what are some of strategies in order to avoid the biasness? Maybe this boy child being seen that is like it's nothing to him, or the girl child being empowered more, and then we forget about the boy child.
I'll go back again, and first is to put the policy in place. Make sure there are more organization to empower. Make sure there are more sensitization done at the family level. Make sure also they are not killing those genders in the womb, because one is taking dowry, other one is not. Those rules has to be followed also legally. I know there are some tribes says because girl takes dowry, kill the girl at the abortion area. So once you don't give birth, you don't have to worry about dowry. Remove those casted rules which are done by tribe and bring the equality. create the room equal in every sector. By house, by schools, by institute, by religion places. Make sure they're equally been heard, equally been valued, and equally been represented out there.
Thank you so much, Haruna. Thank you so much. It's been an honor having you and you explaining what gender equality is. It's very good because most of the people in the society tend to confuse gender equality and man and woman because they don't know or they don't understand what it means concerning gender equality. And it's good that you've explained, because when there is an understanding or there's people who understand one another clearly, then I believe gender equality will be implemented well.
Yes, but because remember, nowadays we have he, she and the gay community coming up. It's not by choice. They're there. Where are you going to place that community now? If you're not fixed already 2 ways in a problem, when third one is coming, we are totally in a mess.
In a dark place.
Yes.
I think with this, I think we will find a way. People have to come with ways that they can implement in order to make a society that is conducive and society that is not, it's not making a boy child down or a girl child down, or it's not making something that it's out of and nothing. So we just have to be good.
You know, equality goes breakdowns to the further until the age difference also.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, so you have to create the space and respect the space, even if there's a toddler. Make sure there is something called equality, not because you're overpowering, you're being adult. Yes.
Thank you so much, Haruna, for having you, and it's an honor, and I hope we'll be having more sessions like this maybe in the days to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya pili tukiwa naye ndugu yetu Haruna umeweza kufahamu mengi na mengi zaidi. Binafsi nimeweza kuelewa mambo mengi na mengi zaidi. Mwisho wa siku anakuambia kwamba mweke maelewano baina yenu. Mkiweza kujua ama kuelewana, wewe umuelewe mwanamume yuko vipi na mwanamke umuelewe mwanamume yuko vipi, basi itakuwa vizuri zaidi. Kufikia hapo mpenzi mtazamaji, sina mengi ya kusema isipokuwa ni kukwambia masala.